So I've just started, like last couple of weeks I started getting more of a schedule. But that's the idea, was to come here, even though it's still very early, come here and get a nice solid weekend. Because, you know, camp's going to start soon, so I want to have a good base. I always like to do that. So coming here and doing like 3 to 4 hours a day of just solid training. The training here is different. I need to start being accepting it and getting better at dealing with it again. It seems like every time you have a little break, you get back into it and you're like, oh, I forgot about the pain. But then you just get used to it, you know? It's so that was good, push through. So it was funny because it was a big week, and then Frank's like, oh yeah, we'll do like 3 kickboxing rounds, then we'll do 5, 5-minute MMA rounds, then we'll finish with a grappling round. And I'm like, all right, yeah, sweet, you know what I mean? I usually spar like that, that's why he wants to do it, but I was it's a big week, I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna feel this one. But that's it, it's gotta be done. Gotta feel it, I felt it, I pushed through. It's only gonna get better. It wasn't my best sparring. I definitely felt it, definitely had to push myself, but that's just a part of the game. So you get to do that every day, every round here in Thailand, because you've got like people from all walks a lot, or different parts of the world as well. Different styles of gyms, different yeah, nah, strengths. But they both suck. You ask a lot of people, they think Nick one is a lot worse.
Alexander Volkanovski is already preparing harder than ever for the storm coming his way. Movsar Evloev, with the undefeated Russian being known for relentless wrestling and the suffocating pressure, Volkanovski has begun sharpening his grappling and defensive wrestling in Thailand, turning a once-only expected fight into a challenge he sees as inevitable. Now, with the featherweight title and Evloev's unbeaten record on a collision course in Abu Dhabi, the Great is getting ready for one of the toughest tests of his second reign.
Trying to stay alive, I'm eating like a rules and vitamins. I tell the times of tales of principles when I begin. It's not very nice and hell, I've seen it all and vitamin. And only time can tell the nights prevail, we slice it thin. I've been a fool, I witnessed in the walls are sinking in. Without a pause, I see the intervals all interlink. I'm lyrical, I watch the silver spoon turn into pink. I'm running thin on ink, my tentacles begin to drink. Yeah. So anything could happen. Watch my brother undercover, every hint of passion. Take my number, no more suffering, begin the action. No runners up, don't give up. Twist it in a fraction. Rings of Saturn, circling my imperfections. Is this a pattern? Bursting from the indigestion. Big reactions, servicing the intervention. Is this fashion? Gurning at the intersection.
Wishful incidents, blissful ignorance. It's all in.
got to improvise.
It's good.
Gonna do it. He circles this way, nice and fast. Showing that shoulder. Just like that. Boom. Back the other way. Then start circling again. Sweet. Let's try that one. Yeah. I mean, try it. See how you go. Maybe you can do it. Maybe you do it.
You're going to be in the air if you...
Yeah, it's not gonna work, but he's gonna figure that out.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, time on. Yeah. You just chop the legs still.
Do all
chop
that
the
and
outside.
go. Yep.
Chop the outside. Sometimes jab me.
Yep.
Circle a bit quicker so I commit to the side. That's it. Jab my
Now
hand.
I'm at it. Okay,
Hit
you
my
can have
face.
it.
I'll hit that.
Okay, yeah. Your man.
Go. Nice. Yeah, just stick to it. Just chop the legs, look where I am. That's it. Go that way. Nice. That's it. Especially here. If I have you on the rope. Oh, sorry, the cage. Nice. That's it. Nice. Now off my hook.
Kicking off the training camp strong with Brad Riddell by his side, Volkanovski is building a technical discipline that often goes unnoticed, but can certainly change the outcome of a fight. Alongside chasing power and volume, Volkanovski is also working on staying balanced, mobile, and difficult to line up. Controlling his movement, he is working to create better angles in order to avoid standing directly in front of his opponent, always staying just off the line of fire. Riddell's instruction also emphasizes defensive positioning, teaching Volkanovski how to protect himself while maintaining the range he wants. He is practicing when to move, when to stand his ground, and when to turn defense into offense, and thus developing the timing and distance control that could be crucial against Evloev's relentless wrestling style. But striking isn't the only skill he is sharpening, as Volkanovski's camp also hones in on exchanges that can reveal even the smallest weaknesses, which can cost him heavily inside the ring. The objective is not always to score a clean takedown. Sometimes it is about defending the first attack, winning the next position, and creating enough space to get back to his feet. During sparring, those moments become even more demanding, as Volkanovski has to blend his hands with his wrestling and make every transition count. A missed shot can become a scramble. A scramble can turn into a dangerous position, and one split second of hesitation can give Evloev the control he needs. Volkanovski is preparing for the chaos of fight night, where technique matters, but composure, conditioning, and the ability to keep working under pressure may matter even more.
Even if you go back, you can be comfortable going that direction.
Big law, window dog, dirt frost, waterfall. She my dog, yeah, the sun is right side. Pop them up, yeah, keep it up, they can't even talk. She playing for keeps, she won't pass for ride with the key. So to stay with the heat, stay with the clock, gotta watch for the key. She fall off, fuck you all, through the loss. Flame, trying to break way fast. Cooking glass house, sleeping in the castle. Big law, window dog, dirt frost.
Additionally, the wrestling room is where Volkanovski braces himself for the fight's most challenging moments. Every exchange begins with a battle for control, defending his initial shot and refusing to let the opponent settle into a dominant position. The drills are repetitive by design, but the intensity keeps changing, forcing him to react rather than rely on rehearsed movements. Against a wrestler like Movsar Evloev, one successful defense may not be enough, so Volkanovski is training to survive the second attempt, the third attempt, and every exhausting chain that follows.
Who's coming? Post haste, no hope, no G's. I'm trying to get paid at the most. See you close, don't freeze. I'm at the OG. Try to get paid, you know it's all still part of the game. They run in 5 drills, I'm off of the chain, and I'm high still. Looking like Scorpion, get over here. There's some people trying to relate, ain't close to here. Think it ain't a sacred place, you done miss it. Turkey relationships just ain't been worth it. Food if you think, but I don't post, ain't worth it. Never too close, I know no things certain. I won't get purpose, float on surface, fly.
The intensity rises as Volkanovski enters the grappling rounds, where there is no time to pause and reset, fighting for inside control, defending sudden takedown attempts, and using his hips and frames to prevent his training partners from turning pressure into control. These rounds are designed to test more than technique. They challenge his breathing, balance, and decision-making while fatigue starts to take over. Every grip is contested, every position carries a consequence, and every escape has to be earned. For Volkanovski, this is preparation for the exhausting rhythm Evloev could bring on fight night.
I've got it Volk for like 51-49 though. It's like I think it's a tough fight for him. And I think if Volk beats him, I think he's just probably...
Right off the bat, Michael Bisping picks Volkanovski as his favorite, but does not expect an easy night for the champion. He may have to win round by round rather than rely on one dramatic moment. That possibility is shaping the training camp, with Volkanovski focusing on efficient movement, clean scoring combinations, and the discipline to avoid getting trapped in long grappling exchanges. Every sparring round is helping him prepare for a fight where small details could decide the scorecards. Bisping's projected 4-1 result suggests that Volkanovski's experience and tactical awareness could give him the edge, but it also reflects the challenge Evloev presents over 5 rounds.
I got Volk. I think Volk moves too well. He's too cerebral. He's intelligent. He goes from southpaw to orthodox. You know, Movsar Evloev, he's beaten everybody. You know, he's beat Aljamain Sterling. He's beat Lerone Murphy. So I think it's going to come down to
Arnold Allen.
Like, what is Movsar? Can Movsar solve the puzzle of Alex Volkanovski? And can he get Volkanovski down? Because when I ask Aljamain Sterling, he says he's strong as fuck. Like, he's god-awfully strong. So
all those fights were close, though.
Oh, they were.
Against Arnold Allen, close.
Yep.
Against Lerone Murphy.
Close.
Again, you could make an argument both ways.
Yep.
You know, where Volkanovski's shutting people out. And yeah, we all know about the footwork.
Alongside Bisping, Demetrius Johnson is also backing Volkanovski since the champion's movement and fight intelligence can make him incredibly difficult to control. He is constantly changing the picture in front of his opponent, switching stances, adjusting his angles, and using footwork to avoid becoming a stationary target. Against Evloev, that mobility could be vital because the challenger's success depends on closing distance and turning exchanges into takedowns or extended control. Training partners are forcing Alex to defend realistic shots, react to pressure, and keep his balance while transitioning between orthodox and southpaw positions. In Jorge Masvidal's view, Evloev may struggle to match Volkanovski's skill and variety on the feet, but the undefeated contender can change the fight with relentless pressure, heavy attacks, and a pace that refuses to slow down. That is why Volkanovski's preparation cannot focus on just one phase. Inside the gym, he has to sharpen his takedown defense, prepare for repeated wrestling exchanges, and still maintain the movement and striking precision that make him so dangerous at range. Evloev's biggest weapon could be his endurance, keeping a punishing rhythm deep into the championship rounds and forcing Volkanovski to work every second. So the champion is preparing for prolonged grappling, exhausting scrambles, and an opponent who may find another gear whenever a round starts slipping away. Like the majority, Chris Weidman is also leaning towards the crowd favorite, as he sees a fighter who wins with intelligence as much as athletic ability. Volkanovski's greatest strength is the way he reads an opponent, controls the rhythm, and gradually forces him into making the wrong decision. Instead of chasing every exchange, Volkanovski can guide Evloev toward the reactions he wants, and then drawing him forward, changing the angle, and then answering with a clean strike or a carefully timed counter. Volkanovski does not need to match Evloev's speed in every moment. He needs to make that speed work against him. His training camp is therefore about building traps, recognizing patterns, and staying patient until the opening appears. Whether it comes through a feint, a level change, a jab, or a sudden shift in direction, every movement can be used to create a mistake. According to Joe Lopez, Volkanovski's current camp has a different kind of energy around it. The champion arrives prepared, focused, and physically sharp, putting together hard sessions with the confidence of a fighter who is fully committed to the task in front of him. Inside the gym, that mindset is showing through in the way he pushes himself from one round to the next, even while understanding that age changes what the body can recover from compared to earlier in his career. The difference is that he is using experience to train smarter, stay disciplined, and make every session count. Lopez's assessment paints a picture of a fighter who may be further along in his career, but still looks powerful, committed, and completely in control of his preparation. However, Lopez is not dismissing Movsar Evloev's grappling ability, but he does believe Volkanovski has the stronger foundation in that area. Evloev has built his success through control, pressure, and the ability to take fights deep into the scorecards, so Lopez understands the danger of allowing him to dictate the wrestling exchanges. However, the confidence coming from Volkanovski's camp suggests that Alex's grappling has developed significantly during this preparation. He is working on staying effective through every phase of the exchange, making Evloev pay whenever he overcommits. Lopez's belief is that Volkanovski can match the challenger's physicality while bringing greater experience and adaptability to the grappling battle. That could become a decisive advantage if the fight turns into a series of clinches, scrambles, and long control sequences. For Evloev, the challenge will be getting Volkanovski down and keeping him there. The goal is to prove that his wrestling defense and ground game are strong enough to turn the challenger's biggest weapon into a difficult and costly strategy. As Alexander Volkanovski continues to sharpen every part of his game, the message from his training camp is becoming impossible to ignore. Experts may favor Volkanovski because of his experience and fight IQ, but on fight night, every prediction will be tested inside the octagon. If this is truly one of the final chapters of his career, the great has the chance to close it with a performance that reminds everyone why he has been considered one of the most complete featherweights in MMA history. What do you think? Can Alexander Volkanovski's movement, experience, and improved grappling be enough to stop Movsar Evloev's relentless pressure? Or will the undefeated challenger's pace in wrestling finally create a problem Alex cannot solve? Share your prediction in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more UFC training updates, fight predictions, and in-depth MMA analysis.